Anita Baker, the celebrated American singer-songwriter known for her soulful voice and timeless hits like Sweet Love and Giving You the Best That I Got, has a personal life story as compelling as her music. Her adoption story and the journey to discovering her biological mother are significant chapters in her life. In fact, the singer has shared details about the family secrets she was plagued with for many years and how she managed to overcome. You won't believe all Anita's been through. Anita Denise Baker was born on January 26, 1958, in Toledo, Ohio. Shortly after her birth, she was abandoned by her biological mother, who left her in the care of a foster family. When she was just 2 years old, Baker was adopted by a loving family in Detroit, Michigan, who raised her as their own. Her adoptive parents, Mary and Granville Lewis, provided her with a stable and nurturing environment, and it was in Detroit that Baker began to develop her passion for music. Growing up, Baker knew she was adopted, but details about her biological parents were scarce. Her adoptive mother, Mary Lewis, was a strong, supportive figure in her life who encouraged her musical talents. It was Mary who introduced Anita to gospel music and took her to church, where she first sang in the choir. These early experiences in the church were formative for Baker, who later cited them as major influences on her musical career. "It started with the fact that my mother gave me up when I was a baby," she said, "not because she was a bad person or because she was some monster or something. She was just a child and could not care for me. It has taken me a long time to find peace within my own heart." Despite her professional success, Baker harbored a deep personal desire to understand her roots and find her biological mother. This journey was not easy, as Baker had very little information about her mother or the circumstances surrounding her birth. The search was a long and emotionally taxing process, filled with uncertainty and unanswered questions. In the early 1990s, after years of searching, Baker was finally able to locate her biological mother, who was living in Ohio. The reunion was bittersweet. While Baker was able to meet the woman who gave birth to her, the meeting was emotionally complex, filled with mixed feelings of joy, pain, and curiosity. It was a moment of closure for Baker, yet it also opened up new questions about her identity and the life she might have had. The experience of being adopted and the later discovery of her biological mother deeply impacted Baker's life and work. Throughout her career, Baker's music has often reflected themes of love, loss, and the search for identity, which can be traced back to her personal experiences. Songs like You Bring Me Joy and No One in the World resonate with deep emotional undertones that mirror her life's journey. Baker has spoken publicly about the challenges of reconciling her adoptive and biological identities and how her upbringing in Detroit gave her the strength to navigate these complexities. Her adoptive mother, Mary, remained a central figure in her life until Mary's death in 1990, an event that profoundly affected Baker. J. Rank reported that the woman Anita once believed was her mother was actually named Mary Lewis. Although it was never publicly confirmed who Mary actually was, it wasn't until she was 13 years old, when Mary died, that Baker found out she was actually a foster child and Mary was her foster parent. The publication also stated that Anita's Aunt Lois Landry was the beautician who Anita reportedly thought was originally her older sister. However, after Mary's passing, Lois reportedly informed Anita that she was her aunt and that she was actually given away by her birth mother to Mary. Afterwards, Lois and her husband, Walter Land, officially adopted little Anita and raised her as their own. Anita now refers to Lois as her Earth Mother, as she explained to Essence that the child believed her mother abandoned her. Anita Baker said, referring to herself, "There was something bad about her, something terrible that made her unlovable." And until Walter Baker's then husband, that is how I felt about me, that I was not good enough, not good, period. It started with the fact that my mother gave me up when I was a baby, she says of the event that made her question her own worth and try to prove herself all her life. not because she was a bad person or because she was some monster or something. She was just a child and could not care for me. It has taken me a long time to find peace. In the 1980s, she found herself balancing the demands of fame with the responsibilities of family life. Her marriage to Walter Bridgeforth Jr. in 1988 marked the beginning of a new chapter, but it also brought its own set of challenges. The couple had two sons, Walter Baker Bridgeforth, born in 1993, and Edward Carlton Bridgeforth, born in 1994. Baker took her role as a mother very seriously. However, the pressures of her career and the strain of maintaining a high-profile marriage began to take a toll on her personal life. Baker and Bridgeforth's marriage was often tumultuous, with reports of frequent disagreements and periods of separation. The stress of their relationship, combined with Baker's desire to protect her family from the public eye, led to her decision to step back from the music industry in the mid-1990s to focus on raising her children. Despite her efforts, the marriage ended in a contentious divorce in 2017, which involved a prolonged legal battle over financial matters and custody arrangements. In addition to her marital struggles, Baker faced significant health challenges. She experienced various health scares throughout her life, including issues with her vocal cords, which threatened her ability to perform. These health problems, coupled with the stress of her personal life, led to periods of physical and emotional exhaustion. Baker was also deeply affected by the death of her adoptive mother, Mary, in 1990. Losing her mother, who had been her biggest supporter and source of strength, was a devastating blow that left Baker reeling with grief. The death of her adoptive mother marked a turning point in Baker's life. She took time away from her career to grieve and reassess her life priorities. This period of reflection led to her eventual return to music, but with a renewed focus on maintaining a balance between her professional and personal life. As a deeply private person, Baker struggled with the intense scrutiny that came with fame. She was fiercely protective of her family's privacy, often going to great lengths to keep her children out of the spotlight. This desire for privacy sometimes put her at odds with the demands of the music industry, where public appearances and media exposure are often seen as part of the job. Baker's insistence on maintaining her privacy occasionally led to misunderstandings with fans in the media, who sometimes interpreted her reclusiveness as aloofness. However, those who knew her understood that her withdrawal from the public eye was a necessary step to protect her mental health and family life. Today, Baker is celebrated not only for her contributions to music, but also for her ability to navigate the complexities of life with grace and dignity. Her story is one of triumph over adversity, a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself, even in the face of overwhelming challenges. Through it all, Anita Baker has remained a beloved figure in the world of music, her legacy secured by her timeless voice and the emotional depth of her songs.